Hey everybody, it's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance Channel, coming back at you with more fragrances, more colognes, more perfumes. Y'all know that we love fragrances, and we're just gonna dive into them. Y'all saw the title, you know what you're here for. First impressions of Happyland fragrances. A bunch of their new offerings from the brand. I do have to be 100% transparent with y'all, 100% honest. Y'all know what I do. Y'all know what I'm all about. I'm 100% honest with y'all, and these fragrances were sent to me for review, but I'm not gonna be partial. I'm not gonna be influenced by the brand. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and my first impressions actually aren't that positive about some of these fragrances. I just have to tell y'all first off the bat. But I am gonna give y'all my first impressions. I've already tried these once or twice, so I guess they're not fully first impressions, but I do want to get my opinion out there. I guess I'm gonna give the best first, and then give the worst news later. First off, this one's called Amberland. This one is probably my favorite of the bunch. It's a light, fresher amber style fragrance. There is vanilla, there is a little bit of sweetness to round out the notes, but overall, it's a fresh, light amber fragrance. Something that you might expect with more of, some of those light, again, just Santal style fragrances. Even though they're supposed to be sandalwood, a lot of Santal fragrances have a light amber kind of vibe to them. So, nice fragrance, very wearable, perfect for layering. I do think that this one could be maybe a little bit more rich, but overall, it's a nice fragrance, no doubt. Probably my favorite of the bunch. I'm giving y'all the good, and then we're going to get to maybe the ones I like the least. This one's called Paisley Sky. This one's very nice. It's fresh. It's wearable. It's kind of powdery in the dry down. I do have to say that it reminds me of a carnival. It reminds me of fun-free, happy times, laid back, cool guys, chill, take it easy kind of thing. To my nose, it kind of reminds me of not the juiciness, but like the skin and the outside of like a fresh strawberry in a very interesting way. I kind of like that about this fragrance. I think that this one will grow on me a little bit. It is very wearable. As far as wearability from this brand, Blue Fire and this one, Paisley Sky, are probably the easiest to recommend for very more versatile fragrances that are easy to wear in everyday situations. If you're worried about something for like the office or maybe being inoffensive, Paisley Sky and Blue Fire are pretty good, fragrances for sure. Um, these are my first impressions. I'm taking things real quick. I just want to put them out here real quick, and then I'll do my full reviews later on. I do have to say that this Homeland is traditionally masculine. It for sure is more on the masculine side of things. If you love vintage classic fragrances with more of that yellow vibe, more of that almost nutmeg or cumin kind of vibe to the fragrance, I think that this is something you'll gravitate towards. I was expecting for some of the notes to jump out a little bit more. Not a lot of the notes jump out to this one. And underneath it all, there is this almost violet, almost gasoline type vibe. It's not the same as the violet in Dior Fahrenheit, but it kind of reminds me of it. And there's a little bit of that in the background. A little bit of this grease kind of vibe to this fragrance. This is interesting juice. It has more of that nutmeg, Carcherel. If you've ever smelled Carcherel, one of the great vintage fragrances, this one also has almost that nutmeg cumin vibe to it. Kind of yellow, masculine, a little bit of woodiness also to it, but not my style of fragrance. Not something that I gravitate towards personally. And maybe the thing that I was preparing y'all for with my negative review or my negative thoughts on a fragrance is the this one. I guess I'm going to cover up that part. I don't even know if I should say this on YouTube. It's man and then the S word. The beep. Anyways, this one is pretty similar to Homeland, but I feel the main difference with this fragrance is it has almost a little bit more of herbaceousness to it, but that greasy vibe, that almost gasoline type of vibe underneath it all. It's not exactly a top note. It's like slightly below the top notes, kind of at the top of the mid notes. That it has that kind of feel to me. It's definitely there in a stronger way. It becomes very pronounced on my skin. It almost comes off as a sharp, jagged kind of vibe, almost like a medicinal kind of smell can. And my friends, I have to say that this is not my style of fragrance. It's not my kind of feel. It is overtly masculine. It is overtly confident. And somebody out there, if you like Gucci Absolute, if you like Dior Fahrenheit, if you love some of those macho, fragrances with a lot of character and a lot of performance, it has that kind of character to it. I think that you would be attracted to the Man Beep fragrance. But this is a limited time edition. You might want to get this sooner than later if this sounds interesting to you. I don't know how limited this is. I don't know how many bottles are available, but this is one of those fragrances that is going to go into my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm working on that giveaway, so hopefully somebody out there enthusiastically wants this fragrance. And I'm definitely, this was given to me. These fragrances were given to me, and I'm going to give back to my subscribers. Definitely, I'm going to help you out. So anybody out there that maybe if you're on a budget, maybe if you want this kind of fragrance and it's not easy for you to get, if you live in the continental USA, I'll be putting a giveaway kind of video together soon, and this is certainly one of the ones that's going to be in the giveaway for y'all. And of course, that also is a way to help Happyland and give back to Happyland a little bit, because they were very generous with me. EJ, you're a fantastic guy. You're highly generous. I'm very grateful as a fragrance reviewer that you're willing to consider me and have me review your fragrances. As y'all can see, that I'm not a shill. I might get things for free, but I'm always honest with y'all. Always give y'all my 100% opinion. And as you get bigger as a fragrance reviewer, there's going to be more and more brands that want to work with you, who want to, you to put the spotlight on your fragrance. Even if sometimes you're negative about that fragrance, it still puts the fragrance in front of people, and people get interested in a fragrance that they might not have known before, they might not have ever heard about. Even though that I don't like Homeland, and I certainly am not really attracted to this one, the Man fragrance, somebody out there is going to be into it. So I hope that y'all respect me, and I hope that y'all enjoy my kind of views and my presentation with fragrances. I'm always going to be on the lookout for brands who do want to get out there. And I respect the hustle. I respect people who want to put out the work and, want to grow and have that kind of energy about them. So many people feel like maybe you should just grow super slowly or organically. Everybody has different views about these things. But if you don't advertise one way or another, you just aren't going to sell as well, and you're not going to really grow as much as you could. So I don't put down on anybody who is trying to make a better life for themselves, who's trying to grow, who's trying to become successful in this world. I don't put down on that. I don't think that's a bad thing. I celebrate people who are trying to grow and, essentially, trying to make a better life for themselves. And it also benefits the world around them. If we all just sat back and sang Kumbaya and just worked, the least amount of work we needed to, or all just, didn't ever, want to build a business, we all would, in the world, wouldn't have innovation. We all wouldn't have as much production as we have, and we all wouldn't be enjoying the benefits of, industry as much as we all do. So I celebrate this, and I just wanted to put my opinion out there. Also with me, sharing fragrances I get for free. So there's people out there who are naysayers if you get anything for free. And frankly, if you do not like me in general sharing fragrances that I get for free, and don't think I can be honest, y'all know that you don't have to watch my content, but I certainly do love you, and I care about you, and I hope that you maybe reevaluate how you think about fragrance reviewers just in general. I'm on a tight budget, and I love that fragrance reviewers, or just fragrance brands, can reach out to fragrance reviewers, especially like me, and give their brand a little bit of spotlight, even if I'm not the most positive about them. Trust me, I have fragrances that I don't love. I'm going to tell y'all about it. Tons of fragrances from indie brands that I don't exactly love, that aren't for me. I'll give y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly of just about any fragrance house and any fragrance brand. So I hope that y'all enjoyed my review, to my first impressions, and a little bit of a rant. I hope that y'all see my point of view. Let me know what you think down below. Let's get that conversation started. Do you feel the same way as I do? What do you feel about Happyland? Do you like Happyland fragrances? Do you think that they're giving out too many fragrances? Do you dislike that? What do you think about the quality of their fragrances? These are all extraits, so you can expect pretty darn good performance out of these fragrances. They're extrait to parfums. So anyways, I'll see you next time, my friends. Wear what you love, rock what you got. Again, y'all know what to do down there below. If you like my content, if you like my content, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, tell a friend, and when you hit the notification bell, hit all notifications. Anyways, my friends, wear what you love, rock what you got. I'll see you next time, everybody, and have a good one, and bye.